Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, let's learn about one of the most amazing topic and the easiest topic. So the topic named is easiest way to remember all the antibiotics in detail. You can remember the details of the antibiotic classes. So coming to this, before going into this topic, you should maintain two conditions. First condition is that you should remember one statement throughout the video, and after remembering the statement you should be able to apply in one table. This statement should be applied in one table. So the statement is soldier and queen at the movie had popcorn and coke with a gas. Once again I am repeating it. Soldier and queen at the movie had popcorn and coke with gas. See, all the blue color letters that I have been highlighted is because it is having some speciality. So let's see how this works. Once again, it's a caution. Did you remember the statement? If yes, let's continue. Once again, I'm reading out the statement. Queen, soldier and queen at the movie had popcorn and coke with gas. Okay, let's continue with this. Now, I previously said that blue color words have something speciality. It should be applied in the table. So all the words that are being starting with blue color should be written on the left hand side of the table. See, you can read it in the mnemonic column. Soldier, queen at the movie, popcorn, coke, gas. These are being applied because all the starting letters of this particular words indicates the class of antibiotics. You can check it out. S stands for sulfonamides, Q stands for quinolones, and the upgraded class of the quinolones are fluoroquinolones, and A stands for aminoglycosides, T stands for tetracyclines, M stands for macrolides, P stands for penicillins, C stands for cephalosporins, and G stands for glycopeptides. Now everyone can learn the antibiotic classes, but let's see how these antibiotic classes works out on which type of organisms. You can blindly remember that aminoglycosides are the narrow spectrum antibiotics that only deal with gram negative bacteria. It only deals with gram negative bacteria. It does not have any work with gram positive bacteria. Coming to the macrolides and glycopeptides, they only deal with gram positive bacteria. It does not have any work with gram negative bacteria. So you can blindly remember as aminoglycosides gram negative, tetracyclines and glycopeptides macrolides and glycopeptides gram positive bacteria, and other class of antibiotics. If you remove these three classes and other five classes, am I true? Yeah, other five classes are broad spectrum antibiotics. They deal with gram positive as well as gram negative. Even though some kind of organisms show resistance to these classes, there are other choices. Like if it shows resistance to sulfonamides, then quinolones or else tetracyclines or else penicillins or cephalosporins, something can be adjusted to that therapy. Okay, coming to the example. So these are the antibiotic classes and the drugs that belongs to antibiotic classes. Now let's deal with those. Sulfonamides, sulfadiazine, sulfamethoxazole and other some drugs are there that belongs to sulfonamides. Now we may be tensed how to remember all the drugs in each and every particular class. Yeah, it's very easy to remember. So you can easily identify the drug by seeing it to which class does it belong. Example C, sulfonamides. The drug that contains the word sulf, S-U-L-F. All those are sulfonamides. You can blindly remember those. See, you can see it in the example. Sulfadiazine, sulf, and sulfamethoxazole, sulf. And next, coming to the fluoroquinolones and quinolones, oxacin, oxacin. All the drugs that contain oxacin word belongs to this fluoroquinolones class. Example norfloxacin, ciprofloxacin and many other there. Coming to aminoglycosides, sin, not sin, it's cin. The drugs that ends with sin belongs to aminoglycosides. Example gentamicin and amikacin. Kanamycin is there. Many more are there. I'm giving an example, that's it. Coming to tetracyclines. So the drug that ends with cyclins belongs to tetracyclines. Example tetracycline, doxycycline, oxytetracycline and many more. Coming to macrolides. The word that ends with mycin, mycin. Example azithromycin, erythromycin, etc. Coming to penicillin, it can end with the word cillin or penicillin. Cillin, cillin, or penicillin, penicillin. Example penicillin G, benzathine penicillin, etc. Coming to cephalosporins, if you see the cephalosporins, you may be shocked because there are almost 5 generations of cephalosporins containing around 40 drugs. So in this class, if you see the word CEF, you can directly say that this belongs to cephalosporins. So example you can see cefaxime, cefazolin. See, both of these contain CEF as a starting word. Yeah, and coming to glycopeptides, these are known as miscellaneous drugs and only very few drugs are there in this class like vancomycin, tecloplanin and some other are there. You should remember this. Why? Because they doesn't have any specific kind of trick or something. Now coming to the mechanism of action of this particular class of antibiotics. Sulfonamides, they deal with the folate metabolism. It is the only class of drug that deals with the folate metabolism. It inhibits the folate metabolism. To know about the details of this folate metabolism, you can check out my previous videos where I was talking about in detail about sulfonamides. And coming to fluoroquinolones, it inhibits the DNA replication. Means it acts on the DNA gyrase. Basically, DNA gyrase unwinds the supercoiler, the coiling of the DNA. So if this process is being inhibited, coiling process enhances. So if you want in detail, you can check it out in my previous videos. And aminoglycosides, tetracyclines and macrolides, they prevents the protein synthesis process in the bacteria. They prevent the formation of complex of mRNA, 30S RNA, 50S and many other things. I'll be dealing it in the next video. So in brief, I can say that they inhibit the protein synthesis process, thereby formation of the RNA, DNA proteins cannot be taken place. And coming to the penicillins, cephalosporins and glycopeptides, they inhibit the cell wall synthesis process. If cell wall is been not synthesized, then the cell doesn't forms and indirectly it leads to the death. And therefore bacteria won't exist. So this is a brief and a detailed view about the class of antibiotics, different classes of antibiotics. Thank you so much for watching out my video. If you like this video, you can share and subscribe, and if any queries are there, you can comment in the comment box. Thank you so much.